I think there's some confusion with some people about what Christ means when they hear Jesus Christ. I think a lot of people think it's his last name, and it's not. It's a title, and it means something. Christ is the word that comes from the Greek. Messiah is the word that comes from the Hebrew. They both mean anointed. And anointed is not a word we use in English a lot. And that means specially selected or chosen. And we see there's a long history in the Bible of anointing things and people. I believe it said that Jacob anointed the pillar in Bethel. Read about that in Genesis 32 and Genesis 28. Aaron was anointed high priest. Saul, the first king of Israel, was anointed by God through the high priest Samuel. 1 Samuel 1 verse 10. David was anointed. You see that in Psalm 89, 20 through 27. Psalm 18:50. We see that the prophets were anointed of God, by God. Psalm 105, verse 15. But back to Jesus, more importantly. So Jesus is the Christ. He is anointed. So if he is anointed, who anointed him? Well, he tells us. In Luke chapter 4, verse 18, he gets up to preach in front of the synagogue in Nazareth, where he's from, and he takes everybody off because he claims to be, essentially, he's claiming there to be the Christ, which is what they eventually killed him for. But he opens the scroll of Isaiah, preaches from what we now call Isaiah 61, verses 1 and 2, and says, the Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of God, is upon me and has anointed me to, and then he goes on to say what for. So he's anointed him to proclaim good news to the poor, to free liberty to the captives, and so on and so forth. And then we also see in Acts chapter 4, Peter, John praying with the believers there. And they quote from Psalm 2, the kings of the earth are united against Yahweh, against God, and his anointed. And they're referencing Jesus there as the anointed. And then also we see in Acts 2, verse 36, Peter preaching to the Israelites saying, let all Israel know that this Jesus God has made Lord and Christ. He's made him master and chosen one, anointed one. So next time you think of Jesus Christ, next time you say the words Jesus Christ, remember that Christ means chosen by God specifically. And think of Isaiah 42:1, where it says, behold, my servant whom I uphold, whom I have chosen, in whom my soul delights. I have put my spirit on him, and he will bring justice to the nations.